Welcome to our super funky Dahl. This is what we are cooking today. A super tasty dinner. You know, it takes about 40 minutes to make. I think
Cheap, low in calories, high in fibre, fills you up, great for losing weight.
like a hug. I think it's so good and wholesome, particularly on winter nights, cold nights, any night you're feeling knackered and you feel like you need a hug. This recipe is for you. So first step we're gonna do is dice up our garlic, so slice it up nice and finely. We're gonna grate our ginger. Beautiful looking ginger.
Great idea, Dave.
Yeah, great, and I always find easier. And if you've got using organic ginger, I never really peel it because a lot of the nutrition is in the skin of it. And now I'm just going to chop up my onion nice and finely.
So we use 2 red onions, and mostly because there's, you know, they look a little more interesting, the red colour, and there'll be more antioxidants in them, meaning bright colours.
Now that that's all diced, I'm just going to get my hob on. So I'm going to add in a little bit of water.
Wow, why are you frying in water, Dave?
Well, Steve, I just want to keep this super low in calories and I don't really want any oil in it. So I'm going to keep it really, you know, low in calories and high in nutrition, high in vitamins and minerals and fibre and all sorts of wonderful good stuff. So next up I'm just going to do is chop up my tomatoes. I'm going to roughly chop them. You know, I've got 4 tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, but if you want you can just use tin tomato, just use a tin of tomatoes instead. It's roughly the same, 4 tomatoes is about 1 tin. So now I'll just add the tomatoes as I'm cutting them. And I'm just going to add in a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of salt. I don't actually have
And what will the salt do, Dave?
Salt just helps to take some of the moisture out of the tomatoes. Okay, so now I'm just going to dice up the courgette. I have selected one fine, beautiful courgette. So courgettes are very watery. The water will help kind of boil our dish up, but it'll also kind of add a nice green colour. Now I'm going to add my courgettes. In they go. Welcome to the party, courgettes.
Oh, it's beginning. I love the colours.
Have a lovely stay.
So the colours are looking really good now. It's looking a little more interesting. And there's a nice bang of ginger off it. I can really get that.
So when you cook that in a high heat for about another 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes, until it kind of starts to come together a little bit. And the tomatoes start to release their sauces a bit, their juices a bit. The longer you can leave this, the better, the more it's going to kind of boil down and kind of concentrate. So if you had kind of half an hour, you could put it down in a low heat, put the lid on it and leave it simmer away. That's what I'd often do. But right now we're just going to knock it out pretty punchy and quick. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my lentils. I've got some split red lentils, really fantastic, super high in protein and fibre and full of nutrition, and they really make things taste super good. So in they go. I've got 500 grams of red lentils.
Dave, will they not take ages to cook?
No, not really. Split red lentils take about half an hour to cook, I always find. I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of tamari.
So what's tamari, Dave?
It's just a wheat-free soy sauce, Steve.
So if you didn't have tamari, what else could you use?
You could just use soy sauce.
Fantastic.
There it goes. I always find tamari has kind of like a lovely aged, kind of more complete and well-rounded flavour to it. I'm going to add in 2 litres of water. In you go, water. That's kind of what the red lentils are going to boil in. In goes a lime, juice of 1 lime. The only reason I'm using a lime, if you've got a lemon, just use that. I just find I'm lazy. Limes don't have seeds, so there's no risk of seeds getting in my dinner. And now I've got lots of different spices. Here they are, beautiful little spices. I've got some curry powder, I've got some cumin, I've got black pepper, I've got turmeric, and I've got a pinch of cayenne just to give it a little bit of whack. So in yous go, welcome to the party. Enjoy your stay. Make my dish taste fantastic, please and thank you. So it's probably going to take about 40 minutes to boil away now. And the thing with red lentils is they love to stick to the bottom of the pot. So you don't want to be stirring all the time, but occasionally, every few minutes, you want to give it a quick stir. Okay, so while that's boiling away, as I said, that's going to take about half an hour. I'm going to make a simple little salad to go with it. So I've got, that's 1 red onion. So it's a simple little salad of red onion, cucumber, tomato. I'm going to add a little bit of coriander and a little bit of lemon. And it's just a simple little thing. I'm going to dice it really, really fine. I'm going to slice it really, really fine. And I'll just serve it on top of my dal.
Real fresh and zingy. Go great with we're going to serve this dal with wholemeal pittas and with the dal. It just adds a kind of light, fresh vitality to the whole dish.
So now that she's cooked away and she's all come together beautifully.
How do you know if she's cooked, if she's ready to go, Dave?
She starts smelling lovely, starts tasting good. Usually the lentils will break up, sometimes they won't. In this context, they haven't broken up. So it's kind of more like soupy rather than one kind of consistent body. It'll start tasting really good, smelling really good. You know, usually it takes about 20 to 40 minutes.
That sort of time. And you also notice a lot of the water is boiled away. So first thing I would say is season it. Just taste it, get your spoon, get in there and try it.
And decide if it needs more salt or not, or pepper, you know.
You know, and the way you know if it needs more salt, if it lacks cohesion, the salt will help just bring the flavors together.
Bind it all
So
together.
again, I feel this needs more salt for my palate, so I'm gonna add in, you know, a couple of pinches of salt. In it goes, and that'll just try to balance, that'll help balance the dish and just help marry the flavors together.
Okay, good one. There, we got enough.
I do like salt, sorry.
Okay, in she goes. Okay, beauty.
Should I put a bit of coriander through?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So again, we're just going to put a bit of coriander through, you know, and rip it up a bit loosely because it's nice getting just big chunks of coriander leaf.
So here we are, that's our super tasty dal. Really simple to cook. You know, I think it's a really universally enjoyed dish. It's not too spicy, it's more savory and tasty. Really low in calories, it's about 400 to 500
Super
calories
comfortable.
per
Like
serving.
it just tastes so lovely and comfy, and it's a great one like to cook kind of in bulk and put in the freezer and have for those nights when you come home and you don't want to
Knackered.
cook and you're knackered and you're kind of craving something crap. It just means you're going to eat something nice and healthy.
Yeah, really wholesome, super wholesome and tasty. And the wholemeal pittas grow great in it. They're nice, like little toasted soldiers.
So there you are. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and thanks a million.